podcast show in the world.
You already know what it is. It's the Not for Loser Sports Podcast, unfiltered, unscripted, real takes, high stakes, and I am your host. They call me the Fresher. As y'all know, every episode is sponsored by the luxurious streetwear brand, Numi Vestas / Coins Apparel. Look, smell, feel like money. www.coinsapparel.store. Okay, chat. Again, I would like to thank everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed to the channel. We truly appreciate it. And for those who just joining us, you are in the right place. Because here at Not for Loser Sports Podcast, we keep it all the way a stack. We are going to tell you what the other major networks are afraid to say. So, with that being said, as y'all can see on the screen, I am covering the AFC North. Now, maybe I have a lot more energy this episode. And before I continue on, chat, I know y'all probably like, yo, what? It's July. The man got a hoodie on. Yo, listen, the AC is blasting in here. It feels like December. So I had to throw the hoodie on, man. So the AFC North, chat, how do we feel about the AFC North? Should we start, from the bottom to the top? Or the top to the bottom? I think we're going to start at the bottom, chat. Because at the top, there's two teams that I have a lot to say about. So let's start with the lowly Cleveland Browns. And I don't know what it is about the Cleveland Browns. But like I said, when I covered the SHEDEUR Sanders issue, it's like NFL purgatory, man. It's like the NFL graveyard. I don't know. Is it a black cloud over the Browns or whatever? Well, excuse me. The Jets and Giants has the dark clouds over them. I don't know what type of clouds is over Cleveland. I know. Take y'all shot at the Buffalo Bills. I can take it. But let's start with the 3-14 Cleveland Browns. And I gotta admit, chat, a couple years ago, for a few years, whether you believe it or not, the Cleveland Browns had a Super Bowl contending roster. Why the hell do y'all think they went and traded for Deshaun Watson when all them allegations was going on and still gave him a fully guaranteed contract? They felt like they was a quarterback away. And I must agree with them. Now, I don't know what happened to Deshaun Watson, but he came over there and played like some I mean, I never seen a drop-off the way I seen Deshaun Watson, man. I mean, the drop-off is unexplainable. And I'm going to be quite honest with you, chat. I don't know if it's in his head or teams are just setting up for him to fail. But I just never seen nothing like it. The man was a superstar quarterback for the Houston Texans. Sat out a year or two. I believe it was 2 years, because he sat out 1 year and then the allegations came. Then I believe he had to sit out another year. He came to the Cleveland Browns with high expectations and gave them absolutely nothing. The man is a shell of himself. Now, I know Kevin Stefanski might be on a hot seat, but I believe Kevin Stefanski is a great coach in this league. I remember when the Cleveland Browns looked like they had arrived, man. Do y'all remember that game where Baker Mayfield and Lamar Action Jackson was going back and forth? I mean, Lord have mercy. I'm like, yo, the Cleveland Browns are here. But whatever happened with Baker Mayfield, they shipped him off to Carolina. They bring in Deshaun Watson. Now, look, they had Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, Donovan People-Jones, Amari Cooper, David Njoku. The line was solid. Both lines was solid. Y'all cannot sit here and tell me the Cleveland Browns did not have a Super Bowl contending roster. So now, I spent the whole episode talking about SHEDEUR Sanders. So the Cleveland Browns ended up drafting SHEDEUR Sanders, I believe, in the 4th, 5th round of this year's NFL draft. Do I believe SHEDEUR Sanders is going to get a fair shot? Hell no. When have you ever seen a team have 5 quarterbacks on their roster, man? Come on, man. Kenny Pickett, SHEDEUR, Joe Flacco, Mr. Pizza, you name it. All in the. Are y'all serious, man? They are not giving SHEDEUR Sanders a fair shot, man. They just not. Now, do I believe he will start the season on Cleveland's roster? Yes, I believe SHEDEUR Sanders should make the 52, 53-man roster. And if he don't, the NFL has a lot explaining to do. So do the Cleveland Browns. They will have to hold a press conference at the White House if SHEDEUR Sanders is not on the roster. Now, they added Devin Bush at the linebacker position. Now, I watched Devin Bush for the Michigan Wolverines in college. That's when I did watch college football. At that time, chat, I was incarcerated. We watched everything we could. Devin Bush, was stellar with the Michigan Wolverines. He came to the league. He went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And again, he showed flashes. But from what I've seen in college to the transition to the NFL, it didn't relate. It just didn't. So I'm going to say it's still a nice pickup. I'm going to say it's a nice pickup for that defense. Because the defense is already solid. So they added Deontay Johnson. We all know who Deontay Johnson is. Carolina, the Steelers, he's been on a world tour. The Ravens traded for him, and then he didn't play one game. I don't know what it is. They say it's his attitude. I don't know. So again, like I said in the beginning of this episode, the Cleveland Browns is the NFL cemetery. Well, he don't want to abide by nothing, send him to Cleveland. So they lost Jameis Winston, the preacher, Mr. Get Out. This move right here, chat, is questionable to me. They released Nick Chubb. Now, I understand Nick Chubb had the gruesome knee injury. I believe he tore his ACL and MCL. He came back. He wasn't as productive, but I believe Nick Chubb was the foundation to that Cleveland Browns offense. Nick Chubb has moved on to the Houston Texans. And I think he's gonna make Cleveland regret it. Juan Thornhill, lost him. The offense was ranked 29th. No, I'm sorry, chat. The offense was ranked 28th last year. And I don't understand it. I just don't. Defense was ranked 19th. We understand why. With Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. But the Cleveland Browns, man, I don't get it. I just don't get it with them, man. Now, this year, they're predicted to be a run-heavy team with Kevin Stefanski, with the rookie Quashon Junkins. Sorry, Chad, if I'm not pronouncing that right. But I believe, listen, Chad, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I believe Shedeur Sanders should start the season, man. He should be the starting quarterback, man. He's the best quarterback in that room. So it was really hard for me to gauge the Cleveland Browns based on we don't know who the quarterback going to be. But Jerry Jeudy showed flashes. Jerry Jeudy had 90 receptions, 11,000 yards. Woo! He had 1,229 yards, 4 touchdowns. David Njoku does what David Njoku does. 64 receptions, 505 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And that's not with a quarterback. So, I don't know what to expect from the Cleveland Browns offensively. We already know the defense, man. And I ain't going to be honest with you, chat. It seemed like last year the defense just quit. They quit. They quit even before Deshaun Watson got hurt. Because Deshaun Watson was playing so bad, man. And it seemed like the offensive line quit as well. It seemed like as soon as the man took the snap, he was getting swallowed by the defense, man. So, listen, the Cleveland Browns have some solid pieces on the defensive side of the ball. We already know who Grant Delpit is. He didn't have no interceptions last year. He definitely has to bring that up. He had 69 solo tackles, though. So Devin Bush last year had 76 tackles and 1 sack. Now, I don't know who Devin Bush played for last year. We have to go look that up, chat. Denzel Ward. I don't know because it seemed like everybody just quit. Denzel Ward had 49 tackles and 2 interceptions. Myles Garrett. Do we need to talk about Myles Garrett? Y'all can bring up all the names you want to. Y'all can. The TJ Watts. Bring them up. Bring them up. The Bosa brother. Not the old Joey Bosa. The brother in San Francisco. He's a problem. But Myles Garrett is the best defensive lineman in the game. He might be the best defensive player in the game, period, chat. The man recorded 14 sacks last year. The man is superb. But he's the only bright spot right now for the Cleveland Browns. I got the Cleveland Browns being swept by Baltimore and Cincinnati. And listen. I got them split with the Steelers. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Only because the Pittsburgh Steelers has Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. And again, I have to talk about Aaron Rodgers. This is what Aaron Rodgers likes. He like all sports outlets to keep talking about him. But unfortunately, I'm covering the AFC North, and he plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I got him splitting with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I got the Cleveland Browns going 1-5 in the division. And I'm only predicting them to win 2 games this year, man. Did y'all look at their schedule? I got the Cleveland Browns going 2-15, man. And again, chat, later on in the season, you might have to forgive me because I had to gauge the Cleveland Browns based on I don't know who's the quarterback going to be. Now, if they start SHEDEUR Sanders, I believe their record will be better than 2-15 because I believe SHEDEUR Sanders has a ceiling through the roof. He has tremendous upside. And he has a point to prove. Yes, he has a point to prove. So, Cleveland Browns, hopefully y'all make the right decision and start the boy because he deserved it, man. So, chat, do we have to go talk about Aaron Rodgers, man? Can we not talk about Aaron Rodgers, man? All right, let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin, you are on a hot seat. And I'm Mike Tomlin, I like you, man. I love you as a head coach. But the mediocrity in Pittsburgh, they didn't had enough. Y'all not good enough to get further in the playoffs or to the Super Bowl, but y'all not bad to get good draft picks. The medium is not good enough. We don't care about the winning seasons. You never had a losing season. We don't care about that, man. And I'm pretty sure the fans in Pittsburgh don't care either. Now, last year, I understand why you on a hot seat. Because for some strange reason, you decided to make the switch from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson. I don't know if that call came from upstairs or what. But it was unnecessary, man. Y'all should have just wiped your hands clean with Russell Wilson, man. I can't remember what happened, but I believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers had a winning record with Justin Fields. I believe there was one game over 500 when Mike Tomlin made the switch, or they might have been at 500. Don't quote me. But I know it didn't make no sense, man. It just didn't. So they added DK Metcalf. I love DK Metcalf. I believe DK Metcalf is an elite receiver in this league. Yeah, I said it. He's elite. Go look at my top 10 receiver list. Again, y'all have to factor in who's throwing the football, man. Bottom line, he went from an aging Russ to Geno Smith, and now he has an aging Aaron Rodgers. Like, I believe if you put DK Metcalf with any elite quarterback in this league, he's going to show you something. Do y'all see the size of that man? Do you see his athletic ability? But unfortunately for him, he's playing with Aaron Rodgers. Again, another bad quarterback. And chat, I don't mean to be so harsh on Aaron Rodgers, man. And if Aaron Rodgers ain't walking around with this larger-than-life diva mentality, I wouldn't, man. Because I can't deny it. At one point in time, Aaron Rodgers was one of the best throwers of the football in the league. Now it's Matthew Stafford. So they got They added Darius Slade Jr. to the cornerback room. Kenneth Gainwell, I like that pickup because they lost Najee Harris, as y'all know. Juan Thornhill, Brandon Echols, Derek Harmon, Ben Saronic. I like Ben Saronic. He's going to be like an Alan Lazard for Aaron Rodgers. And Scotty Miller. Now, Scotty Miller, when he played with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay, had a tremendous upside. Because Tom Brady using him, it was like he was Wes Welker size, but Scotty Miller would run deep and Brady would just heave the ball up. And Scotty Miller will find it. So Scotty Miller has been off the set since Tom Brady left the league. So we don't know what to expect from Scotty Miller. But here we go again, Aaron Rodgers. You trying to beat Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers. This is a public service announcement. You could never be Tom Brady. And don't feel bad. Because there's nobody that will ever be Tom Brady. It don't matter how many championships they win, man. Tom Brady did things that you just like. And it's so crazy because his skill set was average. But he mastered this in the game of football. So, as y'all know, chat, they lost Najee Harris, who was a 1,000-yard running back. They lost Justin Fields, went to the Jets. Not saying much. They lost Russell Wilson to the Giants. Larry Ndagwe, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and George Pickens got traded to the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, I understand George Pickens was being a cancer. And he was being questioned about how much effort he brought every week. But I'm telling you, chat, George Pickens is a stud. Do you see the talent in that kid? Now, he got to get his mind right. I agree. He got to get his mind right. And maybe his time in Pittsburgh would just suck. But I didn't really like that trade, man. I would have rather them have DK Metcalf and George Pickens on the same team. I didn't really like that trade. So now the offense was ranked 23rd last year. Defense was ranked 12th. Not bad defense. We could always count on Mike Tomlin's defense to be great. That's just the Pittsburgh way. The steel curtain. So, chat, do y'all want to know what Aaron Rodgers did in New York last year? Because Pittsburgh still, anybody that's in the chat, that's Pittsburgh Steelers fans that really don't care about stats. Aaron Rodgers was 63%, 3,897 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. So Pittsburgh, that's what y'all getting. Now, Pittsburgh, I like Pat Freiermuth at y'all tight end slot. He had 65 receptions, 653 yards with 7 tubs. Valid. DK Metcalf last year had 66 receptions, 992 yards, and 5 tubs. That's with Geno Smith. I just don't know what else. I don't know if his numbers going to get better with Aaron Rodgers, man. I just don't. Aaron Rodgers did not show me any flash of the old A-Rod. That's what I call him, A-Rod. All right. So, that's basically it on the offensive side for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, they got, on the defensive side, they got Patrick Queen. Now, this is not the same Patrick Queen that played for the Baltimore Ravens. Patrick Queen was a stud in Baltimore. He had 65 tackles and 1 sack. They still got Mika Fitzpatrick. I'm sorry, I get tongue-tied, man. 96 tackles and 1 interception from Mika Fitzpatrick. Cameron Hayward, 8 sacks. He jumps off the screen. I like Cameron Hayward. As y'all know, y'all got TJ Watt, 11 and a half sacks. Listen, the Pittsburgh, one thing we know for sure, and 2 things for certain is that the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is always going to show up. Joey Porter Jr., he had 53 tackles, 1 interception. The defense forced 17 turnovers last year. I mean, that's expected with a Mike Tomlin defense. But it's sad to say, I only predicted them to win 4 games this year, man. 4-13. I know, chat. I know y'all be like, the fresher be bugging, man. Aaron Rodgers only won 5 games with the Jets. And he had a solid running back in Breece Hall. And a rookie in Breland Allen. Pittsburgh Steelers don't got no running game, man. They don't. They lost Najee Harris. I got them, listen, it's sad to say that I got them splitting with the best team in the division, the Baltimore Ravens. Because for some reason, it seems like Lamar Jackson has to lose a game to Mike Tomlin. It just seems like that. It seems like in a regular season, Lamar Jackson cannot beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, even though they are a way better team. So I got them splitting with the Ravens. I got them getting swept by the Bengals. Period. And I got them, like I said, I got them splitting with the Cleveland Browns. I got them 1-5 in the division. No, I'm sorry, 2-5. 2-6, chat. My bad, man. The notes right here, I'm just trying to rattle it off, man. No, it's 2-4, like I said the first time, man. They only play 6 games in the division. I got them going 2-4. They're going to split with Baltimore and split with Cleveland. So that's how I got the Pittsburgh Steelers season mounting up. So, chat, the next 2 teams, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to start with Cincinnati, man. I want to start with Cincinnati because I don't even understand how head coach Zach Taylor still has a job. Chat, can y'all tell me how Zach Taylor still has a job? You have an elite franchise quarterback, an elite franchise receiver, another number 1 receiver. You got the defensive sack leader on the other side, and you don't make the playoffs. Zach Taylor should have been fired. But unfortunately, he's back. I mean, Cincinnati fans, this is what you got. Y'all went 9-8 last year. Totally unacceptable. There shouldn't be a time y'all do not make the playoffs when you got cool Joe Burrow as your quarterback and you got JAMAR Chase as a receiver. Oh, fresh. Yo, listen, you need a solid defense. Now, y'all defense was trash. But y'all had the sack leader over there, man. Come on, man. Is y'all kidding me, man? Trey Hendrickson, man, he had 17 and a half sacks. Now the rest of the defense is I admit it. But come on, man. Zach Taylor should have been fired, chat. As we know, they re-signed JAMAR Chase and T. Higgins to big contracts. Re-signed B.J. Hill to the defensive line. They added Lucas Patrick to the offensive line and Dylan Fairchild, whoever they may be. Hopefully, they could protect Joe Burrow. They lost Jermaine Pratt, who led the team in tackles at 143. And cornerback Mika Abram. I don't see. The thing is this, though. It's like with the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't need to see no progression, man. Because they underachieved last year. Now, the defense definitely needs to get better. That is the weak link, man. The defense. Come on, man. They ranked 12th in a power ranking coming into this season. The Bengals is top heavy, man. They don't have a solid foundation. You cannot expect Joe Burrow and JAMAR Chase and T. Higgins to go out there and score 50 points a game. That was the formula last year. And Zach Taylor still has a job. A la Deion Sanders. This is what I be talking about. How is it that Deion Sanders does not have a head coaching job in the NFL, but Zach Taylor does? Now, they didn't even, listen, Trey Hendrickson led the league in sacks for back-to-back seasons, man. And y'all did not restructure him a contract. Y'all did not do nothing. But y'all signed both receivers when the defense is the problem. I mean, you got to make it make sense. No pun intended. Coins apparel. Make it make sense. So Joe Burrow, right? Chat. Do y'all know Joe Burrow was in an MVP discussion in a losing season, man? I mean, do I need to go on about Joe Burrow? The man had a 70.6 completion percentage. He threw a little under 5,000 yards, chat. Do y'all want the precise number? He threw for 4,918 yards, man. 43 touchdowns in a losing season. Empty calories, right? Nah, we not going with the empty calories, man. Shout out to Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco at Nightcap. Shannon, I had to steal that from you, man. No, that's not empty calories. That's the offense steadily have to score points at a high rate. It's like the offense will come off the field and the defense will be on the field for 3 plays. The team scoring 3 plays. I mean, the defense showed absolutely no resistance and had a 17.5 sack champion on your team. Chase Brown had 229 carries, 990 yards for 7 tubs. Not great. It's not great. But it's sufficient when you got a 5,000-yard passer who threw for over 40 touchdowns. JAMAR Chase. Yo, listen, man. JAMAR Chase stats is mind-blowing. The man had 127 receptions, 1,700 yards, and 17 tubs, man. Yo, are y'all out of y'all mind? So you telling me y'all did not make the playoffs with that type of production? And Zach Taylor still has a job. T. Higgins, 73 receptions, 911 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Like this right here is unbelievable. It just is. The defense. Cameron Taylor-Britt, I like him. He had 56 tackles. Von Bell, 24 tackles, 1 interception. Trey Hendrickson, do I need to say more? 33 tackles, 17 and a half sacks. Sam Hubbard, 25 tackles, 2 sacks. Like, I don't get the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's so crazy because I predicted them to go 10-7. That's one game better from last year. Because I don't see anything they did on the defensive side of the ball. Now, chat. I think I made a mistake and I'm gonna correct it now. Because I think when I accessed the Miami Dolphins, I thought Mike Gesicki was still over there. But I see Mike Gesicki, whatever the hell his name is, he played for the Cincinnati Bengals now. So I corrected myself. I'm not going back. I'm not refilming. I'm not doing none of that, man. I mean, when these players move around so much, you can't keep track of them. So I got the Bengals being swept by the Baltimore Ravens. Even though I know both games is going to be stellar. I got them sweeping the Cleveland Browns. Yes, I do. They're going to sweep the Cleveland Browns. And they're going to split with Pittsburgh. That's how I got the season tallying up for the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, chat. Last but not least, the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens, I'm not going to say they the best team in the league, but they top 3. They top 3. Philly, Buffalo, Baltimore, wherever, however order you want to put it in. The Baltimore Ravens, and it's another thing, man. Like, I like John Harbaugh. I truly do, man. But I don't understand how he hasn't been reprimanded. Because with Lamar Action Jackson, Derrick Henry, I mean, mind you, maybe they fear, listen, Lamar Jackson don't have all the pieces in play. I like Zay Flowers. I do. Now, this is the season that the Baltimore Ravens need Zay Flowers to hit his head on the moon. And that's just the bottom line. But that's still, listen, John Harbaugh is a great coach. But listen, you know what it is? I feel like these franchises be like, if I let him go, where I'm going to go next. And I get it. But John Harbaugh still has a lot of explaining to do, chat. They do. So they added Jair Alexander. Excellent cornerback. So that was perfect, man. That was a big pickup. They added the aging DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins' career is over with. And it's another thing. Why? They're doing the same thing that Brandon Beane doing in Buffalo. Y'all went from Odell Beckham to DeAndre Hopkins, man. This is how y'all gonna do Lamar Jackson, man. Y'all didn't go get Devontae Adams. Y'all went and go get DeAndre Hopkins, man. Man, this is they added Cooper Rush to the quarterback room. Derrick Henry re-signed on a 2-year deal worth $30 million. Ronnie Stanley, 3 years, $60 million. He re-signed. Like this African names I can't pronounce. Chihuahua, Azawe, they added. And Patrick Ricard resigned for a 1-year deal. I really didn't think the Baltimore Ravens needed to do much. Yeah, they probably, because I like Rashad Bateman, they probably did need a solid slot receiver. But I believe you could put Zay Flowers outside or inside the numbers and he could still be productive. Now, we already know what happened to Justin Tucker, but he's not going to get as much coverage as Deshaun Watson did. So it is what it is. Shout out to Cam and Mace. They lost Nelson Aguilar, Deontay Johnson. He wasn't no factor. He didn't play one game. Marlon Humphrey, that was a big loss. Patrick McCarr, big loss on the offensive line. And Malik Harrison, a linebacker. Now they had they lost some valid pieces over there. Now in the power rankings, they're second to the Kansas City. I don't know how Kansas City is ranked number 1, man. That is a crying shame, man. It just is. Like, damn, could y'all get off of Patrick Mahomes? The Kansas City Chiefs are not the top team in the NFL, man. Or did I read that wrong, chat? Because I don't know how the Kansas City Chiefs is. It should be the Philadelphia Eagles. They won a Super Bowl. But I'm pretty sure, chat. Please go look it up. Maybe it was in the AFC. It don't matter if it was in the AFC or what, man. The Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills are better than the Kansas City Chiefs. Starting this season, man. Listen, the Baltimore Ravens offense was ranked number 1. Of course, you have King Henry over there. Listen, chat. I know I told y'all I had put my money on Philly to make it to the Super Bowl. I had this one ticket. I play it every year before the season start. I picked the 2 conference winners. Do you know I had Philly and Baltimore? Now, when Baltimore played the Buffalo Bills in the divisional round, I was torn. Y'all know I am a member of the Bills Mafia, and I love the Buffalo Bills. But my money was on Baltimore to make it to the Super Bowl. So when they lost, I was just like, oh my. And then when Philly made it, I said, it was like the ticket, I put $100 on it, and I think it was like for like $2,800 or something like that. So you got to wait 6 months. But come on, man. The offense was ranked number 1 last year. The defense was ranked number 9. John Harbaugh, yo, listen. There is no excuse. You have a 2-time league MVP in Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar Jackson, man, I don't want to bash you, man. But since I got to be fair, Action Jackson, you are great. Do not, you starting to look like you're going to go out like Aaron Rodgers. But at least Aaron Rodgers has 1 chip. Them league MVPs don't amount to nothing. They will not remember you, bruh. They're going to talk about the team that won the championship, not the player that won the MVP that season. Now, if you win the MVP and go on to win a Super Bowl, that's different. Now, Lamar Jackson completion percentage was 66.7. That got to go up. It's not bad, but it needs to go up. He had 4,172 passing yards. He averaged 254.4 yards per game. He had 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, man. That touchdown to interception ratio is superb. I mean, listen, Lamar Jackson, you know why I salute you, bro? Matter of fact, we got to give Lamar Jackson a round of applause. Because they told the man that he needed to play receiver in the draft. They did not believe the man was a true quarterback. And guess what he told him? Kiss my. That's what Lamar Jackson told the NFL. And now look at him, man. 2-time league MVP. The man had 41 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. And they told the man he wasn't a traditional quarterback. Man, shout it out to Lamar Jackson, man. The man had a quarterback rating of 119.6. Listen, Lamar Jackson is a megastar, man. I mean, we have to give the man his flowers. We just have to, man. Now, Lamar, like I said, man, you got to win a chip, man. You cannot end your career like this, man, or you will be forgotten. I promise you. Derrick Henry, 325 yards. He had a little under 2,000. I'm tripping? Nah, Derrick Henry ain't had that many yards, man. Nah, I'm going to skip that, chat, because I don't think, hell no. He had 16 touchdowns. I believe that's wrong. I believe he probably had like 921 yards, man. Let me see real quick, chat, because what that say right there, it's got to be wrong. Derrick Henry, because that has to be wrong, chat. It just has to. Let me see. Stats 2024. Let's see what Derrick Henry had on the season. No, that shit. That's correct. What? Derrick Henry almost had 2,000 yards, man. Lord have mercy. The man had 1,921 yards, man. What the? And 16 touchdowns, man. Zay Flowers, 74 receptions, 1,059 yards, and 4 tubs. Rashad Bateman, 45 receptions, 756 yards, and 9 tubs. Like, the Baltimore Ravens is stacked, man. Do I need to say more? Now, listen. I believe it's time to move on from Mark Andrews. You don't have to get rid of him. You don't have to trade him. But you need to insert Isaiah Likely more. I know he's not your traditional size of a tight end, but the man is effective, man. I like Isaiah Likely. He had 6 tubs, man, 42 receptions for 477 yards. Mark Andrews had 55 receptions, 673 yards with 11 touchdowns. So come on, man. Yo, the Baltimore Ravens is stacked. There is no excuse, man. Now, Roquan Smith, he hasn't performed. Roquan Smith had 81 tackles with a sack and a half. Not great. Marlon Humphrey lost him. He had 6 interceptions. Kyle Hamilton, do we need to say more? And Kyle Van Noy. Did y'all see Kyle Van Noy last year? Lord have mercy, man. Kyle Van Noy had 12 and a half sacks. He forced 2 fumbles. Like, yo, there's absolutely no excuse, man. I'm telling you, Lamar, you're going to catch a lot of slack if you do not win a Super Bowl with this roster, man. Like, Lord have mercy. Well, I predict the Baltimore Ravens to go 14-3. They're going to sweep Pittsburgh, man. I don't know what it is about. I don't know. That's what I believe. But I think it's hard because I already predicted this is Buffalo year. I said it's Buffalo year because Kansas City took a step back. The Bills have shown they could beat Baltimore in the biggest moments. So, I don't know, man. I may be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. We just a month away from preseason, chat. We are a month away from preseason, chat. Give us a round of applause. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. I ain't about to end it, yo. Yeah. I'm just playing with the soundboard. But, yo, we are a month away from preseason. I cannot wait. This season is going to be, after that debacle of an NBA season, we need the NFL to show improve. But the NFL, like I said, if Shedeur Sanders is not the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, be prepared to hold a press conference at the White House. Because we need answers. So now, chat, I'm going to conclude this episode, man. I would like to thank y'all for joining me. You already know who's the best sports podcast show in the world. It's not for losers, man. Sports podcast. And you already know, chat.
We are